We're about to harvest the carrots. I don't expect them to be super huge because not only did I let them all grow up that sprouted and I didn't weed them out so that there was more space in between, but I also didn't put a super thick layer of loose ground on top. We did till and then we put in a lot of our compost, but for carrots, you really should have it really loose, pretty much as deep as you want those carrots to be big. So we're about to pull all of these out and see just what we've got. So let's get going. So we're gonna grab around the base here. I can see this one's a pretty good one, at least width-wise. We're gonna shake it. I think this is the biggest carrot we've ever gotten. We did have the ground loose pretty far down, I guess. This is a purple carrot, a variety that I got from Baker Creek Seeds. And this is gorgeous. So hopefully we've got a bunch like that. And they are purple all the way through, as you can see. And some of them start to get purple and they're green. And when you harvest them, you just want to make sure that you're taking off all the top as quick as possible so that it doesn't start sucking all the good stuff out of there, because you'll notice the carrot will go floppy if you don't take this off. And then we'll feed this to the animals. This is edible too. You can cook with this. You can eat this as well. But we usually save the carrots for us and the tops for our animals. Yeah. All right. So should we go for a couple more here? Mm-hmm. Okay. Some of these I think are going to be nothing. We did leave everything pretty close together, but we'll see. Whoops.
Did you do the same thing that I did?
The same thing. We might have to get a little
shovel.
Yep, we might have to get a little shovel out here. There we go. Sometimes if you just give it a little twist, it will help pull that up right to the base there. Our greens here. Now we got a lot of this, just so we can get a lot of harvest. There, there.
It's tiny.
Some of these are micro carrots, for sure. Got some greens we're gonna pull up there.
Hey, we should something. Mm-hmm. So we can put more. Okay, just okay. Mm-hmm. Nice. We're going for some tomatoes and some corn.
Make sure that you're keeping it right on this one. We're gonna speed up this part. That way this will show a bunch of carrots. And oh, there was one that was huge. That.
A big boy.
That was a big boy. And we had a lot of the purple one, I guess.
Wait, there's some orange carrots in there?
Yeah, there should be. I tried to do red, orange, and purple. Look at those. How cool is that?
Cool.
No, like I said, this is going to be sped up. So a lot of this we're just using to show the harvest.
Press it down here. Yeah,
you can absolutely put it. And check what you're taking again.
I'm keeping carrots. That guy's really big, probably. But the big ones are so
yeah,
huge.
Yeah, it's good size. Got better size carrots this year, for sure.
So it's anything to speed up. It's like sound.
I mean, it'll be like a sped up sound. So you'll hear, that we're talking. You'll hear what we're saying. Yeah, yeah, don't have too much. Put it around the head.
At least we have this spray. Losing carrots.
Yeah.
Man overboard.
Yeah, carrot overboard. There we go. Okay.
It's like, I want to stay in the ground. Those two look like they're both. They were supposed to be big. Like, I think the one with the purple on is like the carrots, and the one with the swing. Can I pull it first?
Yeah, I'm gonna say something just a second. So just pause this.
Pause the video?
Nope, don't pause the video. I'm gonna say something. So just I want to pull it. I want to say something. That's what I'm gonna do. Over there. I'm actually really impressed with the size of a lot of these. So I'm glad that I didn't like weed out the plants as they came up, because they seem to just kind of make their own room. And we've got quite a few already that are really good sizes. So I think I'm just gonna continue to let the carrots do what they want, because the first couple years they were pretty much all really little like these ones. And this year, they did really good. I think the biggest thing was having that really loose ground further down. And it didn't really matter that I had them super close to each other. With carrots, using the square foot method, you can keep them pretty close compared to other plants anyway. So I just put them in their seeds in the ground really close to each other in lines. And they seem to do really great making their own room. So let's grab some more. And I'll speed up again, so see what it does.
I really want to pull. You should have a few couple.
Yep, and then you try to, if you can get a good grip and spin it a little, kind of back and forth.
First time pulling up carrots.
That's a good one. Look at that. That's huge. Let's see if we got some more good ones in there. The next couple look like really good size too. Shake and then twist.
This one.
I got it. Nice. And then twist around. Oh, look at that. Got a bunch.
This one. Good. A good size. This one. Really looking forward to it. Pull it out again.
So apparently with the orange ones,
Pump, pump, pump.
they're not as strong as the purple ones. And leaving them close made them really teeny tiny. So these are going to be good cooking in roast, I think, instead.
Hey, at least it's food.
Exactly. It's still food, and look at how much food on top for the animals still. So still a success.
Yeah.
It's a lesson learned. Maybe we will spread out some more.
I got a good.
All right, so we found a few bigger ones. We've gotten some better sized ones. These little cute little chunky ones. Perfect for Nashanan. But here's the moment of truth. She's gonna try this.
Hello.
And the verdict is
Great.
great. She says they're great.
I don't care if it has dirt on it.
Okay, go ahead and let this out. No, that's
Whoa, pretty decent size. I mean, what do you think? Here, can I do something like I go over it and I get
absolutely. Yeah, I love that.
Get involved in this just anybody. 2 persons.
Okay, you can.
Us.
That's what you'll think. Dude, now that's a carrot! Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Finally got a giant one. This is so cool.
I'm so jealous.
That's a massive carrot. Forgive the dirty hands. It did rain today. The mosquitoes are insane. This is crazy, but
Who cares? We're gardeners.
exactly. When you get cool stuff like this, I mean, this is just awesome. This is what it's about, finding cool, fun, giant things like this in the garden. So cool. So cool. I see them.
2 beautiful ones. I'm gonna talk.
Go ahead.
We got some carrots, and they harvest at the garden. We gotta pick some more because we don't need that much.
We had a couple cucumbers that were ready on the vine, a couple of onions where their tops were just brown and fallen over because of how much rain and heat we got. They were just not under much dirt. So I'm going to cook these up in a roast tomorrow with a bunch of our baby carrots that we got out of there. So cool. And we had a ton more green beans to harvest as well. And my daughter even found a couple red tomatoes, which is super cool. So we've got tons. This is way more carrots than I expected because, like I said, I left them all just really close to each other, and I never went in and kind of pruned them or took any out that I thought were too close. I just thought I'd always had bad luck with carrots, not getting them even past like these little size. This is what I usually would get the past couple years when I tried. We did make sure that we tilled a lot more this year, and we added a lot more compost on top that we gathered from the farm last year. And it obviously paid off, you guys, because it was so much easier for these carrots to burrow through and to get big. And a lot of them are just great shapes. And I'm so excited. And these purple ones are really delicious. They're purple all the way through. And they're just super cool. If you make carrot juice or anything out of these, it's just really fun to get that nice dark color, almost black on these. I mean, they are cool. So like I've said plenty of times before, this year my garden isn't what it's been in past years as far as how it looks. It's definitely not as pretty as it's been before, but some of my harvests are better than ever. The corn, better than ever this year because I did buy seed and I did a lot more plants and stalks came up than what I usually get because I just did so many in that space. My carrots, they were literally maybe in like a 2 foot by 4 foot space, if even. And this is everything I got from that, just that little space. So yeah, it doesn't look the prettiest this year. And I didn't utilize the space as far as all of the space in the garden. But what I did utilize is just jam packing those bits of space that I did use. And so far with our beans and our corn and our carrots, it's paid off. I can't wait to see what the potatoes do. I'm just so pumped because sometimes you look in and you can get kind of down. It's not as beautiful as it's been. The weeds are crazy. These bugs are crazy this year, and that's hard. Sometimes so many things happen at once. You get out there and you're sweaty and you're just like pull, pick, let's get out of here. And you know what? That's okay. And we were able to get a lot of good food today, and my kids are pumped and I'm pumped. And just remember that even when you feel like, oh my gosh, things have gotten miserably hot out here, these bugs are nuts, or goodness, these weeds in the garden are crazy, or this is not picture perfect, not something pretty for Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. You know what's cool and picture perfect is having food to eat that you grew. Nothing gets more picture perfect than that. That's the biggest flex anybody can have. I don't care what your garden looks like. What I care is that you got food. That's awesome. So get out there. The carrots were a banger. I'm going to put some more seeds in to hopefully get a second harvest in the fall because they are food that loves that cool weather, but they do like hot weather for when you're putting those seeds in. So let's get some more in. Let's keep going and keep growing.